So once again, we've got a thoroughly entertaining episode of the Seven Deadly Sins Nanatsu Taizai, episode 3. And like I thought, things got resolved pretty quickly, actually. It didn't drag out most of the episode. It got resolved in about 5 minutes with Diana and Gotha. And the thing about it is, we start off with Elizabeth, gets woken up by Meliodas and Merlin, which I knew that was bogus about the whole magic limits, because if that were the case, Meliodas should have been knocked out as well, because both of them get woken up, and you got Gotha kind of acting a bit taken back by all this, and he's like, lock me up before I stop being myself. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of gets revealed his true form is actually a doll, and Merlin actually brings him back to his original. So, and we actually come to find out what Meliodas wanted Merlin to give him back, and that was actually a sacred treasure, his main weapon for actually locking his potential. So that's kind of a big, there's even more OP than it was before. I mean, and we start off with the Ten Commandments actually. So I guess they're having an R&R session because they still need to regain their power. So that's just building up time. So obviously the conflict comes later down the road, and Gotha gets restored back to a doll, so he's out of the picture for now. Before that, he actually restores Gil's memory, so I thought that was kind of cool. She actually, and it kind of makes sense of why he wants a heart, because obviously if he was a doll, he wouldn't know what it means to feel love or emotion. So that's kind of cool. That got resolved, and Diane kind of feels bad because she pretty much judged him based upon that, not knowing what he was. Meliodas didn't know. He said he didn't know what he was until it was stated by Merlin. So I thought that, okay, that's kind of interesting. And we have a conversation with Elizabeth, like, yeah, we need to get going. And Elizabeth says, take me with you. And Meliodas is like, no, because it's kind of like what I thought in the previous review, after the previous episode. He's doing it to protect Elizabeth. She knows this, but she wants to be helped him anyway, because, and we actually get a servant from Merlin, which I thought was kind of funny.
We actually get, I guess, Slater as a servant, and calling it Merlin my lady, and she's pretty much like, I'm gone hard about this, call me whatever you want. We get an interesting conversation between Slater and Elizabeth about Meliodas obviously not wanting Elizabeth to go to keep her safe, but at the same time, Slater's like, if you want to make sure your feelings get towards Meliodas and show it through your actions and not words. So I thought that was kind of cool. Shout out to Amelia in this episode. She was a real handful, a help to, I guess, the Kingdom of Camelot, because she blocked an initial attack from Albion, I guess a golem created by the Demon King. She put up an area to set the kingdom from 3 hits, and after that she gave back Meliodas his sacred treasure, his sword, and she's like, it's going to cost you. And I thought, okay, this is getting good. So Meliodas has got a new weapon. It made him even more OP than before. We get the introduction to Albion, obviously out of nowhere. And I thought this was going to be a team battle, but no. 10 Commandments. And we get a conversation about what to do next, because obviously there are wreckage caused by Meliodas. Zeldris pretty much asks the Rosa, what should we do? Refers to him as his brother, so I thought that was kind of cool. It makes sense of why we see him in the same shot, so I can't wait to see what these guys can do. Obviously, I hate to keep repeating myself, but obviously these guys are no jokes. Obviously, the actions and the attitude of Meliodas in this arc has been completely uncharacteristic, which goes to show the level of threat that's coming their way. Now, we know for a fact that Bard and King at some point will join up with the captain, the Shensho. They're all going to fight the 10 Commandments, but I gotta wonder how that's going to be resolved. I definitely want to see what the 7 Deadly Sins can do 1v1. I do like the teamwork aspect of this, because while Meliodas was actually trying to gain some attacks on Albion, you have Merlin actually come up with some interesting techniques as well. First off, she blocked the initial attacks. She teleported Meliodas right in front of Albion so he can get a hit in. But and the way it was being described, it's like he's even stronger than Hendrickson. So I thought, okay, this isn't.
I guess we've got a giant monster, Albion, which we saw at the very beginning of this episode, but then now it's attacking, and Melly just like, we need to dip, we need to bail, and actually take this thing down right in front of Albion so I can take it out. So that was kind of cool. So similar to instant transmission. They're really broken at this point, so that's kind of cool. The teamwork is most of the seven deadly sins are there. Garth's locked up. Elizabeth is inside, so they're going out. And Meliodas is just beast. So, bring me back my sacred treasure. Boy, the way he's able to, his speed and precision is even bigger than before. He's able to make sandwich cuts around the arm of Albion. Then he's able to unleash clones of himself, so that was kind of beastly. Uses full count and just blows the upper half away like it's nothing. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen when they finally face off against the Ten Commandments, but that's going to be beastly, given what we saw here. So, Bond and King going up against another version, I guess another monster similar to Albion. So I don't know how. I'm pretty sure they're going to match up okay. I mean, it is Bond we're talking about. So I can't wait to see what happens next. All in all, it was a decent episode. Once again, action-packed, and like I thought, things got resolved pretty quickly. So we can move on to the next stage in this arc. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to for more 7 Deadly Sins. It's obviously going to be a weekly review of the series. Catch you guys later. Bye.